This book review is going to be on one of the most important and influential books I've ever read. It is Watch My Back by Geoff Thompson. If you don't know who Geoff Thompson is, reading this book, his autobiography, will help with that immensely. Essentially, Geoff is the godfather, maybe, of practical street defence in Britain. His techniques were so ahead of their time that he was flown out to Vegas twice to teach for Richard Norton, Chuck Norris, and Benny the Jet Urquidez. This book is his autobiography. It chronicles from him being a very, very, very scared child, getting into martial arts, being sexually abused by his martial arts instructor, growing up, getting married way too young, being afraid of his wife. Finally, he draws a fear pyramid. He goes through everything one by one. At the very top of the fear pyramid, he has a fear of having a fight. He becomes a nightclub doorman to get over that fear. He spent 9 years as a bouncer in Coventry, at a time when Coventry was the most violent city in Europe per capita. And then chronicles him becoming a very, very, very accomplished martial artist, and then breaking away from that and actually coming away from being a violent man, finding himself again, redeeming himself. He's now actually a BAFTA award-winning scriptwriter. He's written quite a few films. This book was made into a feature film called Clubbed. It's a few years old. I think it was first released in 1992. It's a pretty decent sized print. It's not going to take you forever to read it. There are some pretty cool pictures in the middle. If I can find it, here we are. So, just to drop some names, Matty Evans there and Tony Summers here are the two guys that I did my British Combat Association qualification under. So I'm qualified in the Real Combat System of Self-Defense from the British Combat Association under Matty and Tony. Matty and Tony, I think they still are, the only sixth dans under Geoff. So the lineage would go Geoff, Matty, Tony, then I got my qualification off those two guys. This is a very, 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 very good book. I highly recommend it. You need to read it. Even if you're not into martial arts or self-defense, if you're not into any of that, you need to read this book. It's not a book about fighting. It's more a book about a man who was completely afraid of everything, to put it mildly, overcoming all those fears and becoming a person he wanted to be, even when everyone in the world was saying, well, you're not the right in the family, Geoff, come on, people like us don't do things like that. He's written over, I think it's about 50 books or so now, including instructionals, autobiography, of course, novels. They've been translated into, I think, 30 or so languages. He's basically built himself a media empire off the back of being absolutely afraid of everything. One of my all-time heroes, huge influence and inspiration. Watch My Back by Geoff Thompson. You need to have it.